to get this straight, we have the Chinese partnering with Cuba, both communist countries, and Cuba's not, but what, roughly 90 miles from the United States. Are we able to discern through the satellite imagery, human intel, and signal intel what the capabilities of this technology located on Cuba, the island of Cuba? Dr. Berg?
Chairman, we're able to speculate about it, but again, this was discovered using commercially available satellite technology that we have the capability of using. I'm sure, and this is why I recommended a classified briefing for you all. On the high side, my guess is that there's a lot more analysis available on capabilities and vulnerabilities.
Do we have the ability to jam and block the surveillance technologies located on the island of Cuba? Dr. Berg?
Congressman, it's my understanding that we do have some of that capability. I'm not sure if it is being deployed. And also, as I mentioned, some of the communications that are sensitive in nature are also encrypted, but I'm happy to talk to you sort of offline or answer questions further after this hearing about those types of capabilities.
Thank you. Mr. Lazarus, you mentioned that the Chinese could use these bases to project digital authoritarianism. I believe that was the word you used. Can you expand on that?
Absolutely, Congressman. Well, first and foremost, Huawei and ZTE provide the digital backbone for ETEXA, the Cuban telecommunications company. We saw in July of 2021, when there was the large, massive protests in Cuba against the regime, that the regime was able to really shut down the protesters' communications so that they couldn't necessarily collaborate with each other as easily as they otherwise would. And our assessment was that they were able to rely on the technology of Huawei and ZTE in order to shut that down. There's also, again, the idea of nuke tech being in various seaports, airports in Cuba. And nuke tech is a state-owned enterprise. It is a subsidiary of Tsinghua University's Tongfang, which China's National Nuclear Corporation has a 21% stake in nuke tech. And it provides all kinds of port scanning equipment. And the concern is that all the kind of information, whether it be biometric, whether it be commercial, whether it be sensitive data about supply chain routes and cargo flows, all that information can go back to Beijing, and that would constitute a national security threat for the United States.
Thank you. Dr. Berg, is it true that a Chinese national was arrested in January of this year in Miami's airport for conducting espionage activities?
Congressman, I'll have to get back to you on that. I'm not aware of that particular event.
Yeah, I'd like to enter this into the record, Mr. Chairman. This is an article, Chinese national targeted in federal spy investigation arrested at Miami International Airport. According to the article, he had transmitted 47 pages. There were schematics, graphs, diagrams related to nuclear weapons. Mr. Lazarus, I want to come back.
Without objection.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Lazarus, I want to come back to you. Do you believe that the Chinese are engaged in unrestricted warfare with the United States, i.e. economic warfare, attacks on critical infrastructure, espionage, IP theft, etc.?
Congressman, we've seen evidence time and time again, whether it be the FBI under former Director Christopher Wray, talking about how China-based hackers, whether it be Salt Typhoon, Volt Typhoon, have infiltrated critical infrastructure throughout the United States. And that would, of course, be a national security concern, and that they are potentially pre-positioning, if there is ever a conflict with the United States, say over the Straits of Taiwan or the South China Sea, that the Chinese could retaliate by shutting down some of that critical infrastructure. The concern is that many of the same tactics, some of the same companies that are concerned here in the United States are also operating in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Thank you. I yield back.